Happy days, people. It's a good day today. I'm in a better mood. Look what's turned up. I'll get the knife out and open that up. And I painted a little shed at the back there. Okay, it's a tiny shed, it's wonky, we know that. First of all, let's go in here. Get a knife. I'll tell you why that shed's wonky. I want to get some beer first. There's another story as well, I've got to tell you. I get, every now and again, and I admit this to people, every now and again I get on a bit of a downer. And there's no reason for it. I can't explain it, I can't understand it. I just get like 1 or 2 days, and there's no reason for it whatsoever, but it can be something stupid. Something completely stupid. And my barbecue drip tray, I've got tin foil there now, my barbecue drip tray, it's like my pride and joy barbecue drip tray was rotted through completely. I'm happy now. It's Thursday, it's the end of the bloody week. I'm in work for till 12 tomorrow. The car's loaded up with crap from down the side of the house because we've got some new kitchen units. Just briefly, we fit the kitchen years ago and we never had quite enough units on the wall. Well, we did, but we didn't. Women love storage, or you got to have storage. We've got some new kitchen units, so I've ripped the old ones off, and we've got like matching units all the way around the kitchen now. I've got all the drills, all the holes, because I dot and dabbed it years ago myself and plastered it. So I've got all the holes done with some, like, I can't remember what they're called now. The fixings with the steel bit that goes in the back. It's for dot and dab walls. So I've done all the 12 holes to brackets. We've got one double unit up already. So tomorrow, when I get a chance, I've got to paint one wall, because I've not painted it yet. I've got to repaint the one wall, and then get another couple of units up and fix it. And then Jill's happy, then darling Jill's happy. She can put all the stuff in there. No more vinegar and salt, or salt, whatever you want to say. Tomato, up to you. No more vinegar and stuff like that on the worktop. No more bread left out. It's all hopefully, fingers crossed, the plan is to have everything on the worktop up in the cupboards. Nice and tidy and neat. Getting back to me being on a little bit of a down, that's got nothing to do, actually, totally enough subject, but that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I've loaded the car up. That's therapeutic, going to the chip. I find it very therapeutic. So I've loaded the car up with a load of rubbish, the old units, the kitchen units, that's why I was mentioning that, the kitchen units. I've loaded the car up this afternoon or tonight with all the crap down the side of the house, the old kitchen units and doors and stuff like that. Smashed them up, put them in the car. So when I finish tomorrow, I'm going to go straight to the tip, because then our local tip has the bookings. I'm going to book a slot, straight to the tip, empty the car up. Poor old Cougar, it's like a bloody beaten up old van, my Cougar. Empty the car out, throw it in the tip. Done. Come home, paint the wall, 1 or 2 coats. We'll see how we get on. Only one wall, and at the weekend I'm going to get these units up. Happy days. Why am I talking about that? Oh, I ain't got a bleeding clue, to be fair. That's not, yeah, so that's good news. The thing that kicked me up, started me off the other day, I think it was my barbecue, the drip tray. I ordered a new drip tray. If you watch my last vlog, I mentioned my drip tray, and I'm starving hungry. Let's try and get a beer. I want this beer to run out. But so my drip tray was rotten. All the drip tray come through this big anyway, whatever. The company, it's Garth Europe, whatever. I don't know. It got collected anyway. It got collected yesterday, I think. I left it outside in a box, and they said Home Base are going to collect it. I don't know what's going on. Someone collected it, so it's gone. Lo and behold, a big box turned up, and I think it's the drip tray. I've not opened it yet, from my barbecue. I can use the barbecue without it, but all I know is now I found a company. So if you've got one of those further Australian barbecues, I found a company that does all the spares for it. They take a couple of days, 2 or 3 days to email you backwards and forwards. And it's not a company that has got a website where you can list for all the spares and you just click and buy it. It doesn't work like that. You've got to download the PDF. And then you've got to look at your part and email them and do a bank transfer, etc., etc. So it's not like, I think it's just like they're sort of doing you spares for sort of like a favour, as it were. But although you have to pay for the spares, it's not like a spares website. It's a shame, though. But if you've got one of those barbecues, let me know, and I can put you onto this company, and they will do all your spares, all your bits and bobs. So I'm pleased, because they do all the trays, the burners, the drip tray bit. Anyway, the drip tray, I could have got. I've used barbecue a couple of times without it. Doesn't really matter. It's one of those things, I ordered it and it came through small, and it's just like, just when you want something. Anyway, it got collected. The big drip tray's out there now, it's turned up. And so that's that. Secondly, Perfect Draft emailed me. I keep plugging into Perfect Draft machines. I know I'm nothing to do with Perfect Draft. I don't get a backhand out of it. Although I do, if you use the code below. I'll put a code below. If you do buy through that code, you get 10 or 15% off, and I get a couple of quid off my beer, I think. So it does us all a favour. But I'm nothing to do with Perfect Draft apart from that discount code. But they sent me an email today. They're doing like an Olympic special. Buy 2 kegs and get 2 glasses. I know I've got a load of glasses. I know I've had to clear out. But they do a... Now, let me pronounce this right. Mahu. Apparently it's Mahu. I've got a Mahu. I've got 2 kegs in the fridge. What have I got in the fridge? Let me just check. Hang on. Have a little look. Ah! Harkbeck and Mahu. Harkbeck and Mahu. I'm back. Harkbeck and Mahu. Apparently Mahu is really nice. They're doing at the moment like an Olympic deal. 2 kegs and 2 glasses for £65. Now, I've got a couple of quid off on my account already. But if I've got 2 kegs over there empty, which need sending back. If I empty this one out now, which I'm going to do now, put it in an Asahi glass, shall we? Asahi Dava Local, £6. How much is it? £6.80, I think now, my local. It was £6.50. I think it's £6.60. I think it's crept up to £6.60. So I mentioned it to the guy the other day. It's crept up. Oh, they put their prices up, so we had to put our prices up. Nah, don't think so, mate. Someone mentioned me today, if you're in the UK, they went to Wetherspoons, and I think they do, what do you say, Guinness is... I was out, I had a couple of sneaky beers last night, Moretti's, and I paid, in a local club, I paid £4.90, I think I paid, or £4.60. Well, someone told me today in the Wetherspoons you get Foster's for a few quid. Guinness, I think he said, was £4. But he mentioned Ruddles or something. Ruddles counted some old beer. £1.70. I was sure he said it's £1.79 or something, or £1.80. Unbelievable prices. Unbelievable prices, if you want to drink that sort of stuff. I want to empty this out. Now this, although it's just 3 bars on there, it should be less than 3 bars, I think. No, there's a pint. Oh, it's shot down to 1 bar there, look. So I don't really want to have a beer tonight. But I'm going to. Because what I want to do, I want to get this keg empty. I've got 2 kegs on the floor behind us, empty. This one, 3 beers, 3 kegs, not 3 beers. 3 beer. Is it shot back up there? I don't know what's in that. I want to get this one empty the week. I want to get these kegs. I'll tell you what, I won't do it today. I was going to return them tomorrow, but I won't. When this is empty at the weekend, I'm going to send back 3 kegs. 3 kegs on Perfect Draft app equals £15. That means I can send 3 kegs back. They pick them up for free. I'll drop them off at the shop. They'll get sent back for free. I've verified my account. If you get the app, the Perfect Draft app, and you verify your account via a phone number, you get like what's called fast tracking. I can't remember what it's called now, but whatever happens, directly I get scanned at the shop. By the time I get home, which is a couple of minutes around the corner, I go on my app and I've been credited with £15, £5 per keg. So if you get the app and you verify it via your phone number, you get it verified. You get it like straight away. They know it's like been scanned at the shop. Whether they receive it or not down to you. Once they scan it at the shop, within minutes it's on your app. You got your credit spent straight away then. So I'm gonna get another couple of kegs basically. That'll be £15 off the £65 deal, which is not too bad. £15 off the £65 deal plus another 2 glasses because I want those Mahu. Mahu. Right, Mahu. Thank you for those people that are on the. It's not all. I try and go fishing as much as I can, but at the moment I sort of do this publish. I've got some things going on. I'll talk to you about in a minute. That's why I painted the shed next door. I only painted the front of it because it's going to be a workshop eventually. If you've seen some of my old videos, you'll know that I bought a CNC machine that I've got to build. It must be 2 bleeding years old now. Which was a couple of £1,000 and it's just sitting in various places. I must get that up and running because I want to start doing some pub signs. That will be done within 2 months. I've got a little function happening next week here for my daughter. So that's why I've cleared this out and I've painted the front of next door. I know it's wonky, but eventually that little, if you watched any of my other videos, you'll know that little shed next door is going to be a tiny workshop. It'll be one of the tiniest workshops in the world. I'm sliding that shed forward eventually, reconcreting the base, or doing a new base, gun that up and do a nice new base. And then I'm going to get it level, then push that shed back, make it a little bit more solid. It's only a weak little shed. Insulate it probably. Board it out. Then I've got a table ready, an aluminium table ready to be built, put together in there. Then I'm going to do the machine. My son's going to do the wire. Well, my son's going to wire it up and I'm going to get an electrician come through to check it all, make sure it's all okay. So we get the machine up and running in. Then I'm going to start doing a few bits and pieces. I've got some ideas up here, that a few George and Michael bits and some pub signs I want to make, and etc. for subscribers or whoever really on Etsy. And I've got my own website as well, which is a bit quiet at the moment. So that's that. So, but I can't do any of that at the moment because this weekend I'm going to be chilling, and I think we're barbecuing, and I think also we're well, I have a little small one with me and my missus. I've got the drip tray now. Happy days. Not that it make a lot of difference to the barbecue, but so it's going to be a quiet weekend this weekend. Bit of painting, bit of kitchen fitting kitchen units, and darling Julian will tie the kitchen up. That's that done. Clears the hallway out as well because we've got all kitchen units up the hallway. And next weekend, my daughter's having a little function down here, so I've got to get some decorations and tidy it up and all that. A little bit of music and all that. But to not that I'll be in here, I've got the gazebo. If you watched some of my old videos, I've still got that gazebo. I'll put a link. I did have an old video where they gave me a money off discount. One of the best gazebos I bought, and a friend of mine, he copied me. We bought the same one in the end. I've bought gazebo after gazebo after gazebo with a little thin tubing, they snap and break. I think this one was a couple of £100. It's a nice thick tubing. It's not the biggest and best you can get, but it's like a middle range one. And it's nice, it lasts. It's lasted me for 2 or 3 years now. Buy cheap. I mean, the last gazebo I bought from in the UK from Argos or something on the hurry up. Because my dad passed away a few years back and we did a wake. It was around the house in the garden because they couldn't, it was COVID times and you couldn't have any big wakes or parties or get-togethers and all the pubs were shut. So I went round, shot down a shop quickly because of the weather, shot down to a shop quickly and bought a cheap 50 quid gazebo and I left it around my mum's. It was ideal for the time. We had some sandwiches in the kitchen, some drinks out the back, but within 2 days I left it out in the wind, it was snapped up in tiny little bits. So you do that a couple of times, they're no good. I mean, this gazebo is a proper one. So if you hunt through my old videos, tap in gazebo, you might find it. If not, you'll see it. If you like and subscribe to the channel, very soon you'll see some videos coming up of my garden decorated up with a gazebo and some other bits and pieces. It should look nice. I want to make a bit of an effort. I'm trying to finish this beer off so I can send the keg back, the 3 kegs back, but I'm not going to rush because I'm not drinking tonight, to be fair. Let's grab a knife. I mean, getting back to that, I'll get a bit down every now and again. I'm not making excuses. I'm not feeling sorry for myself, and there's no reason for me to get on a downer at all. It's just, and I think that set it off. I think that bloody drip tray coming through the wrong size set me off. I don't know why, because some idiots picked the wrong bleeding size tray. And here's my little knife here. Look, this beer's going down well. Shall I leave this beer here? Go and home my drip tray and come back. It's quite nice, isn't it? Follow me. Let's go and open this tray up, make sure it's the right bloody one. There's me shed there, look. I've just painted the front of it so far. It's a bit wonky. I've got to do the base. Got my little sign there, Grandad's Workshop. My grandson bought me that, and there's my little barbecue. These are nice barbecues. I'll look after this. It needs a clean. So I've not cleaned it since, I clean it before I do the next barbecue. But, and this, hopefully, is the correct tray. Let's open this up and have a little look. That's the tray, look, lovely, brand new tray. No knobs on it, you've got to put your own knobs on, but you don't need the knobs, to be fair. I'll just unwrap that and might slide it in the back. There's the back of the barbecue, look, there's a tin foil. Take that out. Look at that, people, look at that. Inches slides. Brand new tray. Oh, just got to fix the knob on that. I think I've got the knobs on the old tray. I'll cut nuts and bolts on it, doesn't matter. You don't pull it out when it's hot. My spare bits I'm cleaning equipment underneath, you can see it. Move that back. Lovely jubbly. I'm happy now. Nice new shiny tray. That never wants cleaning. Look at it. I'll burn that off. You can see the tray at the bottom through the riddles there. But now I've found a supplier for this barbecue. I know that I can get, they do spares of these dirty bits underneath, so you can virtually make it brand new again, really. Got to get another cover for it. Cheers. So that, my friends, is that tray fits perfectly. That's what it should have come through in the first place. I don't know if you saw my other vlog, they'd never sent me through a tray. They sent me like a side panel of another barbecue. I was well gutted. I thought they were going to rip me off. I got upset about it. I thought they were going to rip me off, and I was a bit worried because I'd done a bank transfer. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like a website where you can click a drop down box and choose your spares and pay for it and all that. I had to do like a bank transfer. They just said, well, send the money to us and we'll send you the part. It's like a spare parts warehouse type setup. It's not as opposed to like a shop type thing, you know. But I'm well pleased now, because that means, because I did look at the drop down PDF, they do all the, like, you know, the metal covers, I can't remember what they're called now, the flame covers, the bits that go across, they do the burner bits, because I've been looking at renewing it every now and again, you know, every couple of years, keeping it on top, every couple of years, what's the word, updating it a little bit, not letting it rot away. If you change the base, the actual main frame and structure of the barbecue is perfect. So I've been thinking about, you know, the burners can get a bit rotten and a little bit broken when it's blown over in the wind before, believe it or not. So at least I found a company where I can do that. That cost me 50 quid, I must admit it's quite dear, £50, 50 UK pounds. It's 33 quid plus VAT plus delivery. But I might get the little burner bits and replenish it, like renew it a little bit, you know. Keep it up to scratch, because that was a lot of money at barbecue. So I'm pleased now I found a stockist that does the bits and pieces for it, and will make mistakes. So they made a mistake, so that's that. So basically, yeah, so the further barbecues, so if you get one of those ones, or what's the other name, the Weber ones or something, you want to be able to, if you spend a bit of money on a barbecue, you want to be able to know that you can get spares for it, you know. If you're not getting a barbecue and you can't get any bits and bobs for it, I was looking at Amazon the other day. You can get some generic, like the, you know, the tubes with the burners with the holes in. You can get like some generic ones that adjust and all that, but there's no point. If you've got a barbecue where you can't get spares, fine, but got a barbecue like that one, or a Weber or something one, I think it's the Weber, where you can get spares, you might as well get the proper spares, you know. So I'm pleased now I found a stockist that does me bits and pieces for me. Well pleased. I'm back down the bar again. Like I say, I only come down here to unbox that, check the old barbecue over. I've got to get cover for that, because that gets wet. It's not going to last 5 minutes. It's very thin and tinny. I did have a cover on it before, but maybe I should take the tray out in the winter or something, take a few bits out in the winter and store it away, I suppose. Yeah, I might do that. But one of water and ice gets on it and rots. Yeah, it's a few years old now, that barbecue. But I only came down here to do the tray, unbox that box and do the tray, make sure it fitted. And I didn't really want to have a beer. I just wanted to empty the beer keg out. Unfortunately, when you empty the beer keg out, you need to drink the beer. So it's a bit of a downside of it, really. So I'm going to empty that keg out. I might drink this and have a little top up, because it's got to be getting empty soon. Then I've got my 3 kegs. Then I can put them in the box, grab a box from the shed next door. You keep the boxes with the PD, the perfect draft. Tape it up. Then I'll go on the app, you do return, and then you print the label, take it to the shop, done. Once they scan it, you got your 15 quid on your account. I've only got a couple of quid on it at the moment, I must admit. Happy days, then I'll get some more beers then. But darling Julian said I can't really, it's a waste of money, why do you want more beer? She's got a point, but I just want to get that 15 quid on my account. And we'll see. I'll do what I want really, but, well, do I? Not really. And so I've got one Beck, sorry, I can't even pronounce it, and then Mahu. It's a Mahu. I like Mahu. Why are these beers, not that one, Mahu, but that's just some weird names. There's one on the Perfect Drive app, which I like the sound of, but it's such a long, complicated name. I didn't buy it. The reason, I know it's sad, but I didn't buy it. Well, I haven't bought any at the moment. it's you want to speak to people, speak to this camera, speak to your mates down a pub or your family and friends, and go, oh, what beer you got in your perfect draft machine at the moment? I've got a Holston, a Foster. They don't do the Holston Fosters, I don't think. But what I'm saying to you is, you want to be able to pronounce the name. You got a long German name like that. It's like, I tend not to buy them. I know it's weird because I can't say the bloody word. You know, although if they're foreign beers, you're not going to be able to say the word, are you? Some of them, because it's a different language. You know. Happy days, good. It's a weekend coming soon. I've loaded the car up, as I said, straight to the tip. Come home, paint a bit of the wall, and I might head down the pub tomorrow. Go for a sneaky beer. I'm in a little bit of an enviable position where we live near a riverbank, and there's a pub on the river. Well, it's a little bit expensive, but it's quite nice if the weather's nice to go down on a summer's afternoon, summer's evening, have a couple of pints, and just sit and chat and have a beer. You know, it's not like a session place, although it can end up being a session. It's not. It's not designed for a session. It's like more of a restaurant pub on the riverbank, and although I've got another couple of nice pubs near me, with a little bit cheaper. I've got a club, another like bar or members club, but you can just go in that one on the river. That's on the riverbank. I've got a club near me that's set back, and then I've got a pub on the riverbank. I've got a club on the riverbank. The club on the riverbank is a little bit cheaper. You're sort of meant to be a member. Well, it's a pound membership. It's an honorary pound type thing, just to get by the law, I think. But anyway, and then you've got a pub. But the pub is quite nice. It's got, like, you can sit on the riverbank and have a chat with your mates and have a couple of beers and put the world to rights. But it's just a nice evening until the bugs come out. When the bugs come out, and they tend to get me for some reason, when the bugs come out, it's all over. It's indoors for Johnny Boy. But I do like sitting by the river and have a nice quiet beer. Not had any lads round here this year at all. Last year was a no-no for some reason. This year, I've actually tied it up and I can get some lads round. So this year I think we're going to have some lads round, on and off a few mates, when the summer turns. Summer's getting here a little bit. We've got about 1 or 2 months of summer coming up, I reckon, and it's on to winter. But I've not had anyone round this year at all. But I'm getting to the stage where I can again, like I did when it started getting full of crap. I've had to tidy up, like I showed you the other day in the last vlog, and it's sort of acceptable, you know. And also my friend Michael, who's got his cabin, it's just going to be finished off. It's got a few finishing touches to do. A friend of the family's doing that for him, and that's going to get painted, and there's going to have a little bar built in there. So I'm hoping to get around there and have a few beers, and we'll do a couple of videos and maybe do a live from there one night. Bit of music, get a few blokes around there. We had a party and a barbecue around the other week, but it wasn't completely finished, and it was a family affair. But maybe in the future, I'll have a word with him, maybe if I see him this weekend, try and get round and do a little bit of a lads, you know, get a lads sort of, just a few blokes, bit of telly on the wall, maybe get a telly on the wall, have a few chat. He's got a nice table. I'll film it next time I'm around. He's treated himself to this nice table and chairs set out the front of his patio with a heater that, I might get one. I think they burn a lot of gas though. It's got a heater that comes through, it's got like a glass frame, and you turn it on and the heat comes through. Flames come up. But I've heard they get through a lot of gas. But what he's done is gone and bought a smaller gas bottle for that. I don't know if he should have got the bigger one. I'm not sure. It's up to him. But they are swappable, so you can swap that with your barbecue. So if one runs out, so you've got to get another gas bottle, whether you get the small one or the bigger one, the green one, which mine takes. So if I got one of those tables that light up, then you end up having 2 kegs or kegs. What am I saying? Kegs. You end up having two gas bottles, not kegs. I've got kegs of beer on my brain. You end up having two gas bottles, but it means they're interchangeable. So if your barbecue one runs out, you can sort of get your one from your fire and use that to get you out of trouble. If you're not using your barbecue one and your fire runs out and you've got a few people around for a drink and your fire runs out, you can nick your barbecue one so you can swap them about, which is good because it's usually the same fitting. I'm going to look into it, I think. I don't need the furniture, the chairs, but the fire, I'll see if I can get one from somewhere cheapish. See if I can get a deal somewhere. Quite nice. Or you've got to light the chimney. But I think, though, I was on Facebook the other day, at a Facebook group a pub shed Facebook group, and just flicking through. I'm a member of so many different groups. By the way, Life of John, jump on that group if you want to chat about fishing, kayaking, pub sheds, bars, beer, etc., and perfect draft machines. But I was on Facebook the other day, and someone mentioned someone was showing off their garden or their bar in the garden, and they had a table that lit up like a gas table, and someone sort of said, "Oh, you got one of those gas tables in the corner." He said, "Yeah, I've got one." And this bloke had one as well. And he said, "Yeah, do you get through a lot of gas?" He said, "Yeah." I think he said, I'm sure he said he got through a bottle of gas in 2 days or something. If you use it for a couple of nights, because you're just burning gas, pure gas, aren't you? But if you're having a few beers with your mates, you switch that on at night. I can imagine the gas will just go through like that, you know. I think if you're in America, some of these countries, they plumb them in, don't they? They have kitchens in their gardens, they plumb them straight into your gas. Well, you see the old gas bill moan go up. You soon get moaned at by the better half, the significant other, or your the boss, as we like to call her, or them, not him or them or whatever. I do get moaned at my fridges actually, but I've got one turn off. I've got the PD machine, perfect draft machine, plugged in. Obviously, I've got to have that plugged in at the moment because I've got a keg on. If I don't have a keg in there, I don't leave it on. But my other fridge with 2 beers in, they're switched on. And then we got the other fridge, my fridge that holds the homebrew beers that my favourite brother-in-law Bazza gives me. Well, I better not say that because I've got other brother-in-laws. I've got a couple of favourite brother-in-laws. I've got a few favourite brother-in-laws. But my other fridge is empty, so I'll leave the door open on that, and that's switched off. That's the one that does the home brews, the beer in the bags. That's got the cable stuck through the side. It's got the temperature control in there. I can't remember what it's called now. I was thinking about it the other day actually. I should know the name of it. But it's got all that, so that's got pipes through the side of it and all that. I've done videos on that if you want to watch that. And I've got the U-Flow keg in there, but there's other kegs available. So I've got the keg in there, so I put beers in there if I want. So I've got that if I want to use that. I wonder if I could put Fosters in there if I want. I didn't think I did do Fosters once in there, but I'm so into this perfect draft machine at the moment, and that they've got, well, as long as it doesn't go up any dearer, it doesn't go up any more. Like I say, they get a bad press, but if you think about send a keg back, excuse me, you get £5 off a keg returned, and then you think about the kegs, I say 30 quid for 10 pints, £5 off. They do little offers here and there, Olympics, Euros, World Cup offers, and stuff like that, you know. So, and they've got sometimes I've been buying the out of date ones, not out of date, the last date, and it doesn't, but it's a sealed keg, so they're fine. You normally get them for 25s, 24s, 25s. So. I'm going to go and top that up. Purely, I don't really want to drink tonight. I'm not having a beer tonight, to be fair. I'm just drinking this to get rid of it. I've done that deliberately. I'm putting this IPA. It's a nice drink actually. I think it's IPA Medway Session or something. It's quite a nice beer. I'm putting it in an Asahi glass deliberately because I'm sitting in my own little bar here, relaxing. It's quite nice actually. I feel quite comfortable. I had a nice shower, and I'm chilling out tonight. The weekend's coming up, so I'm quite happy. And I'm drinking it in this Asahi glass because I know when I go down my local, I think it's $6.50 or $6.60 a pint of Asahi, and I'm drinking this for like a couple of quid. And it's sort of mentally, it's making me feel happier because I know I'm getting this a lot cheaper. But yeah, so the next one, I just want to get rid of this. I want to send these kegs back, get some money off, get the old tokens collecting on the old app. But I want to get that. Let me say this right. I've got something weird Bexy one there. It's not Bex, it's another type of Becky one. But the one I want to put on there is the Mahou. I want to get that on there. So let's go and grab another one. And let's turn this off. Another little top up. Let's have a little top up. The camera I'm using, by the way, is the Osmo Pocket 3. It's got tracking switched on. It's why it's tracking me like this. The reason I mention the cameras is because some people watch my... I'm not a massive... It's not a camera channel, as you can see. I'm not spending every day doing camera reviews, equipment reviews, tripod reviews and stuff like that. I don't know what this channel is, to be fair. It's Life of John. That's what it is. That's what it is. But a couple of people mentioned me about my cameras. So I've done a bit of logging and stuff with my cameras, and I've been down the park and done some like tests and reviews on the different cameras because I own a few. I've mentioned it before. I own a Sony ZV-10, the Osmo Pocket 3, the Insta360 Go 3S and the GoPro 12. Someone's asked me about lighting conditions. So this weekend when I get out, I will go out one evening. I'm going to take 3 cameras with me, or 2 cameras, and do a low light test on all cameras, for my own benefit and for other people's benefits. But I don't expect the majority of my subscribers to sort of like be interested in that at all. But it might be the odd person might pop along and say thanks very much. I'm doing that because not everyone owns all these cameras. Someone might own the GoPro 12. They might be looking at the Insta360 Go 3S. Some might own the Insta360 Go 3S or the Go 3 and might be thinking about getting the Osmo Pocket and they're not sure what to do, blah, blah, blah. So I thought while I own the 3 cameras, I'll take the advantage or the opportunity to test them out in low light. I've done a test the other week for my own benefit and for the benefit of others. Once you put the footage, but they all look pretty similar. 4K 1080p. I've said before, I was talking to a friend the other day, a subscriber messaged me and asked about the different cameras, and they're all 3 different cameras. I don't know anything about a lot of people are looking into these action cameras, which is the Insta. I think Insta do an action 4 or something. I think you got to understand that the GoPro 9, 10, 11, 12, they're all good bloody cameras. The reason I got the 9 originally was because it's got this front-facing camera, so it becomes like a vlogging camera. I had the 7 or 8 before that. When the 9 come out, I jumped on board, bought that. But the 9, 10, 11, 12 are pretty much the same camera. As you get up the range, 10 and 12, they all do 4K, I think, and the slow-mo might be different. But if I was to buy a GoPro, I'd get 9, 10, 11 or 12. You don't have to buy the latest model all the time. There are lots of features you don't use. Low light, I'm going to do low light tests at the weekend for people that are interested. But that's an action camera. So someone asked me the other day about cameras, and I said, well, that's an action camera. If I was to go down the beach and go fishing, I mean, I've left my GoPro, you know, if you're into carp fishing, I've left my GoPro clamped on the top of the bivvy overnight. I've left it clamped to the net and the rod, no problem at all. Osmo Pocket 3, it's not waterproof, but it does this tracking malarkey. It's fantastic in low light. It's got a 1-inch sensor, if that means anything to you. It means a little bit to me, but not a lot. But it's got a low light option on there. I think the Insta360 Go 3S, which is the 4K model. You've got the Insta360 Go 3, which is not the 4K. They brought out the Insta360 Go 4S, which is the 4K model, which I've bought the other week. It's brand new out in the market. That's got it's 4K. It's got a low light mode on that one as well. But the what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of it now. The stability is not as good as the Osmo Pocket 3. Stability, is that what I'm looking for? I can't even think of the flipping word now. I've used it so many times. The Osmo Pocket 3 has got its own gimbal. It's built-in gimbal, so it's on its own gimbal, but it's dainty. The Osmo Pockets are quite dainty. I had the Osmo Pocket 1 years ago and sold it within a week. The Osmo Pocket 3 has got a nice big screen. You can flip it around, so I love it. I'm looking at it now, and it's got this tracking on it. It's great. But would I take it down the beach? No. Well, I have done, but I wouldn't throw it around the river. I wouldn't go and swim and leave it. I wouldn't go in you can't go in the water with it. It's not waterproof. Would I go fishing? Would I leave it on top of my bivvy? Would I go fishing with it? No, I wouldn't. Absolutely not. No chance. It's more of a delicate little camera you've got to look after to do some proper videography. You can do some good stuff with it. The Osmo Pocket 3, and it's got a low light option on it as well. And it's 1-inch sensor, so it's a lot better in low light. Insta360 I love because it's discreet and tiny. It comes out of the pod, so in effect you've got its own little monitor, and then you've got the lens there. You can do some sneaky little bits and pieces, what they call POV style, so you can put it on your cap, put it around your neck. You can do some sneaky little bits and shots in bars or whatever vlogs you want to do, you know, fishing or something. But all 3 different cameras. Sony ZV-E10, completely different beast. It's a real camera, what I call a real camera, interchangeable lenses and stuff like that. Enough about cameras, people. Let's pour this beer. I don't know why I want. Well, it's a vlog, so I can talk about what I want. Come on, it's running out. It's on the 1 bar. It's gone down to 1 bar. It's gone down to 1 bar. It's gone down to 1 bar. What are we doing? We're tipping up. We're tipping up. There's more beer. As I said to you the other day in one of my vlogs, my mate was laughing because he's got one of his machines, and I thought they were 6 pints. It's not. It's 10 pints. It's 6 litres, 10 pints. I thought it was 10 litres, 6 pints or something. I don't know. And my mate was laughing. No wonder you've had too many beers. Okay, I've got another beer out of it. That's all right. can't think of the word. I think I've got it in the back of my head now. It's not stability. That's wound me up now. It's weird, isn't it? When you get the miles, you start losing your marbles. Right, let's go and sit back round there. Come on. Right, I just got my phone. I came down here without my phone, which is good. That's nice. Leaving your phone indoors. That's lovely. No phone. Brilliant. I got it in silent, so quite often my phone interrupts the videos. I had to do a little Google search. I thought I was going mad. Stable is the right word. Well, stabilisation. So yeah, so the Insta360 stabilisation is like, it's a software setting. It's an option on the camera, but they crop in to make the image stable. Same with the GoPros and all the other action cameras. The gimbal, the Osmo Pocket 3 or 2, they've got their own gimbal, so they're actually, you know, they're on a gimbal. Anyway, and I love this one because I do love the Osmo Pocket. It's got its tracking. Look, if you can need it, if you can switch it on and off again, and then you get this old the mic with it. So external mic comes in the Creator. I think it's called the Creator Edition or Creator Pack, which is a little bit more money, but you get the whole vlogging setup. Going off subject slightly, that's sort of like for another video, and also I'm going to do a low light test this weekend if I get a chance. And I've got an unboxing to do as well. A couple of companies have reached out to me and sent me a couple of bits and pieces to have a look at. Full disclosure, I will put a full disclosure on these videos when I unbox these items. I've turned down a few bits and pieces, believe it or not. I'm only a small channel. Haven't got tons of subscribers, but I do get offered a few bits and pieces every now and again. And I don't get paid for it, but they send me an item, I get to keep the item usually. Quite often it's not, I've turned a few down, because quite often it's not something I'm interested in. And I'm like, it's believe it or not, it's quite time consuming to undo a box and look at a product and try and promote it and try and say how great it is when it's not. And if it's not useful to me, I don't really see the point. And if I can't raffle it off or give it away as a freebie to subscribers or do anything with it, I can't see the point. I'm just wasting my time. I'd rather just sit here and have a beer and talk shite, to be fair. But I've got a couple of little things at the weekend to open and do a little unboxing. And those videos will be up next week. So if you fancy subscribing and want to have a little surprise, I might raffle them off or give them away. I'm not sure. Well, I won't raffle them off. I'll just give them away or whatever they are. One thing that's been delivered already, and there's another item coming through, which looks I'm quite excited about it, but I've not got any tracking for that yet, so I'm hoping that's not a scam, because you can get scammed. I do get quite a few emails from companies, do you want this, that and the other. You've got to be careful when you're giving out details, addresses, phone numbers and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think I have any more. I only come down here to clear this keg out, but it seems to be lasting. When you want the keg to last forever, it doesn't. This keg seems to be going on forever more. I want to clear it, well, it doesn't matter. I have to box up for the weekend now. I wanted to get it done and dusted tonight, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to have any more after that. I wanted to empty the keg out and get it boxed up, but I'll do it the weekend. But guaranteed, if I was down here and I wanted a couple of beers, I'd go just empty. Now I want it to be empty. It's like watching paint dry. It's not clearing out, but I bet there's not a lot left there. I might have a little tip in a minute. It's got to be empty soon. The gauge is not reading correctly for some reason on this keg. They do with some kegs. Some kegs they do, some kegs they don't. I don't know if it's down to the keg or the machine's getting old. Poor old thing. I'm still hunting around for another machine, but my mate Darren was on about it the other day, about the £99 refurb ones on the app, but I've not seen any yet. So they're trying to flog the new machines, but I'm alright with one machine, I think. Two machines just means you have two types of beer on the go at the same time. That's fine if you have regular parties, I suppose. You've got two beers to offer people, but on your own, you're just going to have two beers sitting in each keg, and they're sort of going to go out of date if you're not careful. I do like those machines. I keep going on about it. I do like those machines. Got to have a live soon, people. I don't know when. Maybe this weekend, Saturday evening or something. I don't know, really. I'm busy next weekend, but I'm busy this weekend. I'm busy next weekend. I'm not 100% busy this weekend, but I need some time off, really. I need a holiday to get over my holiday, really. I'm not going to have a whiskey now. I'm looking at my whiskies. I fancy a little sneaky whiskey, you know. Dingston, Dalmore Dew, Glenlivet, Ardbeg, Glenfiddich, Tamnavoolen, and what's that one? Macallan, is it? Macallan. Glenfiddich there, Bell's, Jameson, triple distilled, Who gave me that? Someone bought me that. Irish whiskey. What about the old Malbec? The old Malbec. That's free from, what's his name? God, mine's gone. Jeremy Clarkson. What wasn't free from Jeremy Clarkson? What have I got there? Glenfiddich and the Baileys. Cointreau. Not Jeremy Clarkson as such. I bought a box of his beers. I love a little deal on a sale. A box of his beers popped up. Free Malbec if you buy a box of 15 Hawkston lagers. So I thought, well, you're going to drink the lagers anyway. You're not going to throw them in the bin. You might as well get a free bottle of drink with it. So why not? I showed you my video the other day. I got me little whiskies. I get these whiskey sets for Christmas and birthday sometimes. So I thought, instead of keeping them in the box and hidden away, you might as well get them out on the table, get them out on the bar. If people pop in for a visit, help yourself. Otherwise, they're going to sit there in these like display boxes on the shelf forevermore, you know. So my thing is now, open them up, get them out. If people want to walk in, you know, people want to walk and have a little pulp, have a little pulp. Help yourself. I don't care. When they're gone, they're gone. Little Jura there. So you fancy a little Jura? Oh, I got it around the wrong way. Jura Journey. Single malt Scotch whiskey. Jura Journey. That's just need good eyesight to read the labels. That's all. Glenlivet. Founders Reserve. McLeod's. I don't know if that's a shot. I think it's a shot in each glass. Is it? I'm not sure. And then I've got these whiskies. Now, a subscriber gave me some whiskies years, well, I think it was years ago. But I hope they're okay. So if you're watching, whoever gave me these, thank you very much. I've done 3 of them. I've got 3 left. You sealed them up in little, and to try them. I'm assuming they should be okay, shouldn't they? Sherry cask Bodega, 55.8% volume. I think you sent me 6, which is really, really nice. They're all taped up. Amarone cask finish. Let me know if you sent me these. Thank you very much. It was quite a while ago. I know that. I'm hoping, I've got 3 left. I'm hoping they're okay. Aaron, 18 years old, 46%. Got to be drunk in it. You can't. If that's 18 years old, that's got to be good whiskey. If that's 18 years old, I think that's fine sitting there with a lid on, with a bit of tape around it. That'd be fine. I'll drink that. Don't worry about that. If you're ill, you're ill, you know. Not going to kill you. A clip came. I'm looking at my signs. I've started putting signs on the ceiling now. Tin signs. I've stopped buying them for a bit. I did get a load off of Temu or DHgate or whatever it was. But I've stopped buying them for a bit. I've stopped cut back. I've started buying stuff left, right and centre at one point. These Chinese websites. You can get carried away. I've stopped buying. You know, I've cut back. Trying to cut back. I was buying this, buying that just for the sake of it. But I've got a Jolly Boys outing sign up there, Peck and Margate, brilliant. And it came up on Facebook the other day, one of the best things ever, Jolly Boys out. And that if you're in the UK, well, if you're not in the UK, let me know actually, because I think I've still got subscribers from America and Canada and stuff like that, hopefully. Well, we don't really live so much anymore. We used to talk to people in America and Canada. It's fantastic days. So let me know if you're in America or Canada. And Japan, is he still about? Have you ever heard of Only Fools and Horses? I mean, I could send you some clips, really, couldn't I? The Jolly Boys outing was fantastic. It's a trip to Margate, the coach trip. I've tried to replicate it, the Jolly Boys outing. It's not happened. I keep meaning to do it. Peckham, Margate. Have I ever been to Margate? I think I have. 1989. For my manor here, would probably do a Jolly Boys out into be Brighton or somewhere, I reckon. Someone was on about it the other day, little trip to Brighton. Could be some videos coming up. So next year we're going on a little stag do, and the guy wants to go to Amsterdam. I've done Amsterdam before. Don't really want to go. I'm going to go. I'll do whatever. Do what the lads want to do. It's their choice. But I've been talking a lot about Benidorm. I've not been to Benidorm yet, and I want to go to Benidorm. I've got a lot of family and friends. I was talking to a few people today. I must do Benidorm. I've never done Benidorm down to that seafront. In and out the pub, it's just for a laugh. Nothing naughty, just a few beers and just watch the sights, you know. It's crazy, apparently. Crazy. I've got to do that. Bucket list, Benidorm. Got to arrange that with the lads, I think. I'll see if they fly from Southend. Got to sort out a long weekend. Friday to Monday. That'd do me. Yeah, that'd be a good weekend, I reckon, Benidorm. But the Amsterdam would be a good weekend because a couple of people I know haven't been. So Amsterdam's a good weekend. I won't tell you about the spiders. When I say spiders, I mean in my head, not real spiders. I won't tell you about the smoke. Well, we were talking about it in a pub last week, actually, me and my brother-in-law. We're the only families ever to get kicked out of an establishment for not smoking. We went in one of these with the ladies, like we went in along Amsterdam for a laugh. We've done a few drinks and that, some bars, and we went in this smoking establishment where you can like smoke the old weed and that, and I'm not into that. I like to drink and that, but and we went in this place and we went upstairs and we sort of taken up spaces, and they came up to us about half an hour later. Are you smoking? Everyone's smoking with the palace, this stuff around. I'm like, you smoking? We said, no, not really. Not a cup of tea. Oh, do you mind leaving? I've never ever been chucked out of property before, a business before, for not smoking. But as we left, there's a little counter and I bought this little cake thing. The rest is history. Like, don't go there, never again. I'll stick to this stuff. That's my motto, right? Until we go back next year. But no. So go to Amsterdam. I recommend the museums. And I recommend the Heineken place as well. The Heineken place is good. It's my mate, brother-in-law's, I think it's his 50th birthday, can't remember. And the young ladies didn't want, you got a wristband, because he'd done this little tour, and at the very end you got a wristband for a couple of beers or something, but they didn't want that beer, so I gave it to him, so we had a good old drink that day. That was funny. You go downstairs underground, and it's like dark, like a dungeon, and obviously they're just selling Heineken. You got this wristband, you get a few free ones, you have more. But you come out of there up the steps into the daylight, you're like, whoa. Yeah, good weekend that was. I think it was a weekend, I can't remember. Yeah, that was when, I won't mention any names, one of our family members worked at, I won't mention the airport either, worked at one of the lounges, one of these lounges at the airport where you got free drinks and free food. So we managed to get in there, and that was when we turned up at the airport before we even left the UK. And it's like open the fridge up, just drink. And last thing I remember was taking like some gin and tonics in my pockets on the plane. Yeah, bloody good trip. One of those trips, if you do a weekend, a bit like Benidorm or Amsterdam, well, it was Amsterdam, excuse me. It's one of those trips where you got to go. Don't sit down. You go from the airport onto the plane, and then you get there. You can't sit down. You dump your bags. You got to go out. You got to go. It's a weekend, you know. It's not like a week's holiday, 2 weeks holiday where you dump your bags. Right, let's relax. Let's get our swimming shorts on. Let's go and sit by the pool. And you sort of go, bags done. Right, where are we going? Bum. And it was manic. Yeah, you need a holiday after that, but good times. But anyway, we're going back to Amsterdam next year. But if anyone's, well, not anyone's watching, but I fancy Benidorm. But I'm going to have a look when I go in. I'm loving to leave you people. I might finish off that beer. See, I'm going to just go and see if I can empty this beer. I'll tell you what this mic, if you talk about cameras as well, if I press this button here, this connects to this, right? So if I press one of these buttons, we'll stop the recording. If I press this button here, well, I'm back. If I press that button again, it started recording, because you can use the top button for recording. You're probably not interested. Where did we get this from? That's a little weekend away that was. Oh, that's when we went on the cruise. I think I did a video on that. Yeah, I did. If you watch the cruise videos, I did a video on that. That was in Belgium, I think. We went to that little brewery. That's a nice place. One day, I'm going to do a video. We're going to sit here. I'm going to bore you to death about my vinyls. I just want to show you something. I know this is really, really sad, right? But I was well into, like, years ago in the 80s, I was well into, like, George Michael, Wham, but new romantic stuff. Spandau, Duran Duran, U2 as well. All sorts of stuff. Not U2. Little Howard Jones there, look, he's still going. But this guy, I mean, do you remember that song? Breathe, Hands to Heaven. Raise your hands to heaven and breathe. I think that's a one-hit wonder. What's happened to these people? I'd love to just sit down and go through, see what's happened to these people. I love the 80s. I love the music. I love the 80s. Someone said, I'm looking to get some more tattoos done. On a slightly different subject. I'm looking to get some more tattoos done. I've got one off my shoulder already, what I want done. And I want to get a bit of some dates added to my dad's anchor I've got on my arm. And I want to get a bit of a tribute to George Michael on the other arm. Some other bits and pieces, but that's down to me. Not a George Michael picture or anything like that, but like a guitar and some stuff and some musical notes or whatever. So someone put on Facebook the other day that just be pleased you was born and when George Michael was born. Like, if you like, what my point is, if you like an artist like Prince, Michael Jackson, whoever, you've lived through that, if you know what I mean. Like, I know, like, kids that can be born, say, now, or my grandson, he'll grow up listening to different music, but he'll never go for that era. Do you know what I'm saying? He's never. So, well, I'm lucky as well. I've seen George twice, but he'll never know George Michael. He'll never know his music. He'll know his music. I'll explain what I'm trying to get at, really. But yeah, just be pleased, I suppose, that you've lived through that era. I suppose my mum and dad were pleased that they lived through the 60s and stuff like the Beatles and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying really, but well, I do, but I don't. Right, are we going to empty this keg? Yes. Oh no, it's not emptying. Yes, 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 yes. Go on. It's gone. It's gone. Am I the only person that's happy to see a keg empty? And it is a nice beer. Go on, go on, go on, keep going. It's gone. And just... It's empty. Yep. Happy days. She's empty. The keg's empty. Still says 1 bar. My old mate Alan Parsons, an old subscriber of mine, I think he still subscribes, hopefully he does, hopefully he's still watching my videos. We'll all have a live one day and we'll all get together and have a little chat. He called it the last... What was it again? Alan, if you're watching, what was that called again? The last chance, not the last chance saloon, the last bar. He called it something. I don't know. There was a thing for it. That's it. So that keg's empty. That means not right now or in a minute. I'm going to unplug that, take that keg off. There's 3 kegs. Put them in a box, and they can go back to the shop. Directly, I send them back on the app. Scan. Beep beep. 15 quid. 15. Well, not 15 quid. 15 pounds worth of tokens. UK pounds worth of tokens. So then I can get another load of kegs or another 1 or 2 kegs with 15 quid off. Happy days, job's good. Press the magic button. Press the magic button, we're back. I didn't walk all the way. The reason I'm stopping the camera each time, by the way, is because when you walk around there, it comes out, it says gimbal endpoints reached. The camera can't spin around all the way around. I've got what's called face track enabled. Tracking enabled and face track enabled, which is very, 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 very clever. I love it in certain situations. It can look a bit weird sometimes, but if I walked around from there to there, the camera will try to follow me, and then it will hit its stop, and it will go endpoint reached and just stop, and it'll just get lost. In the old days, well, the other week, I deliberately turned it off, particularly this camera, because I didn't want you to see the mess. Now, I'm not worried about you seeing the mess, because there's not a lot of mess, actually. I'm quite pleased with it. But it just hits the endpoints. So that's that reason. Got to have some get-togethers down here. Too many people. Look, time flies, you know. Time flies. People are getting old so quick. We're all getting old so quick. I do sometimes wonder what happens when I go. What's happened to all these drinks for having a skip? You know what I mean? I've got an idea. If anything happens to me, they could have a wake, and they could take all this, whether they have the wake, I don't know, have it here if they want, and they could get all these drinks and drink a lot. Have the bloody lot, you greedy buggers. Cheers. Not that anything's happening to me anytime soon, hopefully. I'll do a live, because I'm talking to myself and no one can interact with me, but you can in the comments below. Again, I'm looking up at the ceiling here. I'm seeing my sign, Johnny Cash. Why have I bought Johnny Cash? I got into Johnny Cash when I watched the film about Johnny Cash. Some lovely tunes, and if you play guitar, he's not a bad little guitarist. You think you can play the guitar, and you think you can copy Johnny Cash, but he only plays a couple of strings. But it's the picking that he does. It's harder than you think. I'm looking at the Jolly Boys outing sign. I mentioned that earlier. What's the other one? Is that the? Because like that's the Oasis one. Because you're the, I can't really see it properly from here. Blah 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 blah. You're my wonder wall. That's Oasis. I like a bit of Oasis. I've seen Oasis twice. I've not seen High Flying Birds live yet. When they split up, I thought Noel was the main man and Liam was a bit of a twat. But in actual fact, Liam is quite a good singer. He's got his own presence, and some of his tunes are pretty good. I've actually bought some of his singles in his album. Some of his tracks are pretty good. Noel's gone a bit like softy, I suppose. Liam's still like the hard man type of character. I'd love to sit and talk about music. Maybe we should do a live one day and talk about drinking and whiskey and music. That'd be quite good. I don't know who watches these videos, so I don't really know. Well, I know some of them. It'd be nice, it'd be interesting to have a chat with people your age, what sort of music you're into, the 80s, 70s, 60s, the noughties, whatever they call it, 90s. And I'd like to know, sort of like, you're into fishing, kayaking. I keep mentioning kayaking, I feel guilty, I haven't took my kayak out for years. But yeah, are you into whiskey, lager, real ales, bitters, Guinness, music? I'm into everything music. Someone has said to me years ago, and I've said this before on videos, I think, what music do you like? And I always used to say to people, it's a bit like football. I'm a bit of a neutral. What music do you like? I like all music, you know. I could like, you know, Meatloaf. I could like Spandau Ballet. George Michael Wham. I could like Howard Jones, Neil Diamond, Oasis, High Flying Birds, Liam Gallagher. All different. Why did you have to pick? I mean, years ago you had your punks, your mods, you know, like your jazz. I mean, Paul Weller, I love some of Paul Weller's stuff. I never picked, you know, I never knew what to wear, what to sort of, I always went for the softer side of stuff, I suppose, the new romantic stuff, I suppose. I mean, I would never have gone to a Meatloaf concert, I wouldn't have thought, or a Meatloaf gig. I think it's passed away now, bless him. But I would never have gone to a Meatloaf gig, I wouldn't have thought, because I would imagine it'd be full of, especially in the early days, it'd be full of bleeding meatheads with leather jackets and that, you know. Probably the nicest people ever meet, to be fair, because it's just clothes, right? I'm looking at getting some tattoos done soon, and I've been looking at different tattoo places, and a couple of blokes, men and women, a couple of blokes, actually one in particular I'm sort of speaking to on WhatsApp at the moment. He's got like a group on WhatsApp. He's got stuff through his nose, things through his ear, and he looks a bit of a mess, in my opinion. He actually said himself, you know, scary looking, but a nice person. You know, you think these people are scary, but they're not. They're nice. They're just normal people. You think, well, especially when I was younger, around Southend in the old days, you used to see these punks, and I remember the eras when I remember the days when we had like a punk revival, we had a mod revival and a skinhead revival, which was great in the 80s. You used to go down Southend, and I used to be with my mum, or early days with my mum, and then later on with my mates. You know, day out with a couple of mates. Oh, let's go to Southend. You see these punks with all the Mohicans, and you think, whoa. And I went to college with a punk, actually. We used to go to Wimpy quite a bit regular for lunch. Bit of he had this, you know, the old Dennis the Menace jumper, real ripped jumper. We were two complete opposites. I was like new romantic sort of like a George Michael type, dressed up, and he was like, he had a black and red striped jumper, all ripped, leather jacket, earrings everywhere. He looked right, and his hair, I don't know where he is today, but his hair was like a big mess, mop, dyed jet black. It's probably fallen out, it's probably bald now. A bit like myself. He was a mess, but he was a lovely geezer. Like we used to, I got on with him all right, to be fair. He was my little college buddy. But he was a lovely fella. We was like some complete opposites, but if you saw him in the street, you'd be frightened of him. I remember going down South End with mates, like when we was younger, and you see these Mohican people walk towards you, all the safety pins and that. I'm like, you're like, whoa, walk, wide berth, wide berth. There's nothing. They're just normal people. Normal people. Takes all sorts. What's that weird noise? I'm gonna love you and leave you. I could sit here all night and talk. I'll have to do a live next time, I think, 'cause I'm not actually talking to anyone but myself. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I think drink this beer up and just sit on my own. I've got my tray now for my barbecue. I'm happy, so I've got my drip tray. I'm gonna put a couple of knobs from my old tray onto that. I think, well, one knob's broken off, so I've got one knob on it. So that's that. You don't need knobs. You don't really pull the tray out, to be fair. But it's good that I've got a supplier now. So if you've got a further barbecue, we've got a supplier for our bits and bobs now for our spares. Happy days, so we're happy. We're all happy. I know next year if I want some replacement bits, I can contact that company, transfer some money. Happy days, got some bits and bobs. Happy weekend, people, because I'm going to publish this when I get in, I think. It won't take long. It's only 1080p, so it's what am I doing that for? So it won't take long to render. It's not 4K. If I do 4K, it takes a long time to render. When I do these vlogs, is it worth? A lot of people go a bit anal about 4K, 4K, 4K. You don't. A lot of TV's not 4K. The only reason you do 4K or higher is because you're grabbing more pixels, and you can zoom in and use those pixels to your advantage. You can do screen grabs or zoom in and out without losing any quality. If you do 1080p, and you can do, I can edit the video and do a zoom in. Like if I zoom in now, I might lose a little bit of quality, but it's a vlog. You don't need to do. People get all wrapped up. Buy this latest buy this latest camera, buy this, buy that, buy that. It's 4K, it's 8K, 12K, whatever. You don't need it. 1080p. Most of the TV you watch is 1080 on your TV. The only thing is, I think I've heard YouTube give a bit more priority to 4K videos, but I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. And with the amount of subscribers I've got, who cares? If somebody out there wants to send me a lovely all singing, all dancing Apple Mac, or an iPad or something, I can render 4K like that, I'll be happy days. But my old PC is struggling, so 1080 does me. I do 4K every now and again, but when I'm editing and rendering, it struggles. So it takes too long. If I do 1080, which is this now, I did 4K the other day. I did a little vlog with this camera on my other one in 4K, and it struggled. It took ages. Hopefully, I'm shooting doors now. Edit it, render it. It'll be up live Thursday evening. Happy days. You can watch me tonight, or you can watch me in the morning, or tomorrow, or at the weekend, whatever. If you should so feel like it. If you don't, let me know in the comments if you like listening to me talk ball, or and a little. It's not ball. It's just chit chat, really. It's weird. Sometimes you can do some real. I've said this before. Sometimes you can do some real technical videos. You can film that. You can film it. You can film your feet. You can film you walking, opening the door handles. You can film with 4K. You can your car door slamming. You can drive down the road, and you can do your fishing videos and do that. Sometimes people, you get more views just sitting there having a little chit chat about bits and bobs. You know, I don't know. It's weird. I cannot work it out. If I could, I'd be a millionaire, but I'm not as good. I never, don't even think about it. But this sitting here talking always reminds me of the, was it not Little and Large, is it? Ronnie Corbett and that. That wasn't Little and Large, was it? No, the two Ronnies. It was Little and Large. The two Ronnies. Are they both dead? I'm not sure. But the little one, he used to sit in a chair. I used to love that. I used to watch it with my parents in the old days. I used to watch it with my parents in the old days. He used to do a comedy show, and then he'd just sit, and I just thought it was fascinating that a guy could sit in a chair and entertain an audience by just sitting in a chair and chit-chatting, talking, and a bit of banter. I used to find it fascinating. I suppose he wrote a script, and I could never do it. But anyway, whatever. Right, you've got me. I've just turned the camera off and chilled out for 5 minutes. Darling Junior just walked in the door up there. And it got me thinking, these bars are brilliant. I mean, I'm down here now in the chat to the camera and a couple of beers. But you don't have to chat to the camera. You can just go down your bar and have a couple of beers. Aren't they great? You ain't got to go down a pub. You can just have two. Just have 2 pints down your little bar. I've got my lights on. I'm looking at all these memorabilia. I like to get memorabilia when I go on holiday. Different holidays, UK or abroad. And some people send me some thank you cards for sorting out their stuff at their parties, which is nice. Got a thank you card there, thank you card there for sorting out karaoke gear. It's just, and I've got memorabilia from like golf competitions, fishing competitions. I've got gifts. Jill's got some gifts down here for Christmas. A lot of gin and tonics here. She's got a drink. Got whiskies, which are gifts from subscribers, and Christmas and Father's Day bits and bobs. I've got my record player over. Do you call it a record player still? Whiskies, and it's just nice. I'm talking to the camera, obviously, but you don't have to. You can just go down your little bar. It could be half the size, it's quarter the size. This little one, really decorated up. And I've seen some on my Live for John Facebook group, and I've seen some on other groups where they're tiny little bars. You can just go down there midweek. Especially, there's no lock-ins now. There's no, like, COVID's been and gone. Hopefully, touch wood. I know there's COVID about at the moment, but there's no sort of lockdown, not lock-ins. Lock-ins are lovely. I mean lockdowns. There's no lockdown. Pubs are open, restaurants are open. But you could just pop down there like I have tonight, this afternoon. I'm going to pop in and have a bit of food, but have a couple of pints. And I haven't gone down the pub, because if I go down the pub, I've got to go, right, darling Gillian, I'm going to want to, not really. You know, got food later, but I'm not going out tonight. But in a way, I haven't gone out tonight. I'm down here, but so I have gone out tonight, if you know what I'm saying. I've had a quite sneaky couple. Now, for all she knows, I've had one beer, no beers, or 3 beers. So you can go down your little bar, have a sneaky little beer. You can just sit and watch TV, or you can stare at the signs and memorabilia, or you can put a bit of music on. I could sit in there and I could ask my. I won't mention the name because a couple of people moan about it. I could play some vinyl. I could ask my digital assistant there to play a couple of old tunes, really. Any tune I want. You must, criteria for a little bar in your garden, you need to have Wi-Fi, really, nowadays. I think Wi-Fi and one of these little digital assistants are handy. So I can just go, excuse me, can you play blah, blah, blah. And I can just sit in, you know, Thriller, Michael Jackson, the album was fantastic when it first came out, still is. Paul McCartney, but anything that comes into your head, you know, and you, not tonight, but I could have a couple of friends around, chill out and say, let's have a couple of beers and just talk about me. You can't do that at any local pub. We'll sit around a couple of beers. We've done it before last year before. Not last year, it was a bit quiet last year before. A couple of friends round, have a couple of beers, a chit chat, and put some music on. And you go, oh, do you remember that song by Pulp? Do you remember that song so-and-so? No. And then you ask your little digital assistant. I mean, I've got the jukebox behind me. I can use that as well to search for it. But either or, do what you want. It's fantastic, really. So it's just a little getaway. Little bit of space. A little bit of me time. A little bit of space on your own. It's lovely. I've got my little mat up there. Well, at Granada's pub. Established 2020. Well, it was established a bit before that, actually. But yeah, got some. I'm going to start using this a bit more now, I think. I do love it. I went off the boil last year for some reason. I think it's because it started getting full of crap and that, and I was getting a bit of a. It got a bit, yeah. It's usable now. It's back to being usable. So I'm looking forward to getting some friends and family around on a regular basis now. Making use of it. It's only a shed at the end of the day, but it's quite nice to have family, brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, friends and family sitting down a beer and a chit chat. And like I say, I've got beers there. I've got beers in my machine there. I can buy beers and whack it in the fridge. And you've got whiskies there, your gin and tonics, your BMWs, Bailey's Malibu whiskey. Don't forget. Just have a chit chat, put some music on. We'll have some good nights in here. On that note, I'm gonna wish you a good night. Oh, did you see what I did there? What do they call that? They call that something, don't they? That slips my mind as well. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we've had some good nights in here. On that note, good night. Thank you for watching. Please comment below. I've got to go and drink this beer up. I'm going to have some food, and I might go and edit this video. I might just fall asleep. Watch a bit of TV. Roll on Friday. Roll on the weekend. If you work weekends, though, don't be downhearted. Do what you got to do to look after your family. Okay? And I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. I know I've mentioned it before, but it doesn't cost you a penny, right? Click the subscribe button. If you've got friends that are into a bit of carp fishing or listen to bull shite, or I've got a little shed, I want to convert a little shed to a garden bar or whatever, please let them know also. And I've said this before, if you fancy doing a live, pop on Facebook Live for Johnny Boy, hassle me. When are you going to do a live? When are you going to do? We'll do a little live. What we do a little live. We set the camera up down here, and we have a little chit chat. And people come on. We have a little chat. You don't have to come on the camera if you want. You can if you want, but you don't have to. And we have a beer together. You go down your bars or sit in your lounge or your bedroom, and I'm down my little bar. We have a little chit chat. Can't play any music because YouTube get the ump about it, but we've had some good times before in the past, so I hope to do it again. On that note, I'm not even going to press my button. I'll lean forward. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Over and out.